Tonight's homework was page 7 and 8 in our homework journal, and it starts off with showing our math facts and factors in terms of the array like we practice in class. So 1 and 48 make 48, 2 and 24 make 48, 4 and 12 make 48, 8 and 6 make 48, and 16 and 3 make 48. And then we're just filling in the factors as factor pairs. So we've been practicing in class the different ways to write them as arrays, as factor pairs, and as factor rainbows. So these are just the pairs, 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 4 and 12, 8 and 6, and 16 and 3. Just showing two different ways to write the factors. Number 3 then asks if 48 is a prime number or a composite number. And based on our conversations, we know that it is composite. And we know that it is composite because there was more than one way to make it. Another way to say it is that it has two or more factors. It has more than two factors. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 factors. So you can either say there's more than one way to multiply to get 48, or it has more than two factors. And study a list of factors for 48, and what patterns do you observe? And the patterns are really between here are 1 and this one. And we notice that it goes 1, 2, 4, and 8, and those all double. And in order to get the same answer, that means 48, 24, 12, and 6 all then get cut in half. Oh, I need to start with 48. Okay, and on to the back. We're filling in the parts of our number line again. Just another way to show our facts. When we're doing factors and multiples, it is really helpful to know our math facts as solid as we can. Now we are being packaged 6 to a box, so my ratio table is going to show 6, so 4 and 24, 5 and 30, 6 and 36, 7 and 42, 8 and 48, 9 and 54, and 10 and 60. And into our story problems. It says use numbers, words, or labeled sketches. What that tells us is you can use any strategy you want to solve the problem. So if you want a picture, use a picture. If you want to just write the equation, that's your number. So you don't have to do all of them. Okay. Jane has 7 tea light candles. Aisha has 5 times more candles than Jane. How many candles does Aisha have? Well, we start with 7, and I'm doing 5 times more. So I know my equation is 7 times 5 is going to be my candles. And I know that math fact, so I know that I will have 35 candles. If I don't know that math fact, then we're going to set up one of our strategies to solve for it. And number 8. Theo has 50 tea light candles. Madeline has half as many candles as Theo. How many candles does Madeline have? Well, I'm starting with 50 and I'm doing half. We haven't talked a lot about this in class, but when I have half, that means I'm splitting it or dividing it by 2. So if we're comfortable writing a division equation, we can write 50 divided by 2 as the candles, or we can write 2 times something gives me 50. And this goes back to our factors. I need to know the factors of 50 and the factor pair that works with 2. And in this instance, I'm really going to think about money. If I have 50 cents, then I have 2 quarters. So I'm going to use my picture. Here's my 50 cents, my 2 quarters, and each quarter is worth 25 cents. So that must mean that 50 divided by 2 is 25, or 2 times 25 equals 50. So Madeline will have 25 candles. And sometimes I like using money to reference when it comes to the 25, the 50, or the dollar, or the 100, because it's a good reference point. I will go back through our answers now. There's the first page. And the second page. And that is it for tonight's homework.